That was super fun.
That was
Thank
really
you.
cool. Yeah, super.
Clementine and Michele of Visions of Atlantis, thank you so much for your time today. I know these are hectic times because a new album is coming and you just finished a bunch of tours. You're always busy. So how are you doing today?
Good. Very happy to be here. Thank you for having us, actually. But it's a intense period of time, but it's for the good. Our album drops very soon, and we cannot wait for it to happen. And we're so happy to talk about it, like, really much.
There you go. There you go. Michele, you've got a big smile on your face. How are you doing?
I'm always happy to see you, man. It's such a pleasure.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'll start off by saying I've had a chance to listen to the full album, and I think it is absolutely awesome. I think you guys take a step forward. You both know that I liked Pirates 1. I think Pirates 2 is better, and people that watch the show know that I don't blow smoke up people's backsides just for the sake of it. I think this was a great album. I'm not going to give any spoilers to people. You might do this today, but I'm not going to give spoilers. I love how it starts. I love that very epic song in the middle, and the end of the album is really, really cool as well. So great stuff. So
I know which song you're talking about. I know which song you're talking about.
Yeah, we know which song you're talking about.
Great. You know your own album, which is really, really important for today's show, because we are going to play Visions of Atlantis Jeopardy. Are you ready for a game show?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I am good.
I love this thing.
This is Jeopardy.
All right.
You truly prepared it well, man. That's impressive.
There we go. So we're going to play Jeopardy, which is a really, really popular game show here in North America. Many people that are watching today will know the concept, but just for those that are new to Jeopardy, we're going to see a board with a ton of questions on them. Let's go in right now. There are 4 categories, and all of these categories have questions about Visions of Atlantis. Clementine and Michele will be able to choose from the board questions in a certain category worth a certain point. If they have the question right, they get the point. If they have the question wrong, the points are taken away from them, and the other pirate will have a chance to answer the question. So I will keep score, and we'll see who at the end of today's game knows Visions of Atlantis the best. Will it be Clementine or will it be Michele? We'll find out playing Jeopardy. In order to get us started, let's just do a guessing question to see who gets to go first. And you know what? Before we do that, let's quickly go through the categories. Extracurricular. What are the members of Visions of Atlantis up to when they are not sailing the high seas with their band? History of Atlantis is about the history of the band. We'll find out if you know what was in the past as well. Growing up, the pirates at one point were not yet pirates, but small people, children and young teenagers and what have you. We have some questions about their personal histories, and then obviously we have to talk about the new album Armada. So there will be some questions about that as well. The questions will be, lower the points, easier the question, or should be easier, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe you guys will ace all the difficult questions.
Tricks.
We'll find out. We'll find out. All right. So in order to determine who can go first, let's just have some fun. How many official members have there been in Visions of Atlantis? Closest to the right answer gets the point. Clementine, what do you think? Sorry, not get the point, gets the start. So this is for no points, no worries. What's your guess?
I think we're close 17, 20 people, I think.
So give me one number.
17.
17. Michele, what do you think?
Okay, I will say, let me think of something that makes sense, because if I say, I believe they are, let's say 22.
22. 17, 22. The right answer is actually a beautifully round 20. So you guys were both very close, but Michele was just a little closer than Clementine. So Michele, you get to go first.
We must fight.
Let's start with a difficult task. Since we already spoke about history of Atlantis, let's go into extracurricular, and let's start quiet with 2 points.
2 points. All right. So your question, and remember, if you get it right, you get 2 points. If you don't get it right, then the question will go to Clementine. Now, you actually chose a question about Clementine, so let's see if you know this. The place where Kai Hansen and Clementine were when he asked her to join his solo album, and later also the Wacken show. Where did this conversation take place?
So I will say Hamburg, and the answer is just based on the fact that Kai Hansen is from Hamburg, and I want to believe that Clementine played a show in Hamburg with some of her projects. So This is my guess.
Clementine, that was wrong. The answer the question goes to you. Do you remember where you
know
were?
the answer?
Yes. It was at 70,000 tons of metal in 2016.
There you go. Fantastic. Perfect answer. So there we go. The first points are on the board. Clementine has 2 and Mick has 0.
Oh.
So going back to the board, Clementine, you not only stole the points, but you now also have the ability to choose which question you want to go to next.
I want to go Armada 4 points.
Ooh, Armada 4 points. Although Master the Hurricane remains the longest Visions of Atlantis song with 7 minutes and 18 seconds, these 2 Armada songs are only 3 seconds shorter. Which ones?
The Dead of the Sea and Where the Sky and Ocean Blend.
Boom! Clementine is on a roll, and she scored 4 extra points. And you know, I'm already going to share, and you know, people that were listening earlier might now notice these are 2 of the songs that for me really stand out. Not just because they're super long, but they are really, really cool songs. Is it harder or easier to write? You know, what's the most difficult? Let's call it that way. A short to the point song, or a long song that never, you know, bores. Like those are very different muscles, I can only imagine, to write. So what's harder? What's easier? No
I
points.
would let Mick answer this.
Just a question.
I was waiting to see if you wanted to say anything, Clemmy.
I mean, it's your territory.
Of course. But you never know. You know, ladies first. I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman pirate.
Yes, well, everyone wants a piece of the gentleman pirate. Get in line.
In my specific case, I think it's way harder to write a short song because in these longer tracks, I really feel I can express myself, musically speaking. And you know, when I wrote Dead of the Sea and when I wrote When the Sky and Ocean Blend, which is not the working title that I use, so sometimes I'm still with the working title sticking in my mind. I feel like I truly can go with the flow without boundaries. You know, it's not like you have to write into a specific structure and condensate everything in a short and super effective way. So on one way, like for instance, the Dead of the Sea, the very first version was like around 8 minutes 30, and it's easier to choose what to cut. To make it, you know, a bit more compact, but there is so much that you can do. You know, it's basically freedom. You don't have to stick to a specific structure that needs to be radio friendly. I would say when you write shorter songs, you know, I sometimes feel like I have to sacrifice something to make it more efficient. But I understand, and it's 25 years now that I write music, and I've understood with time that sometimes for certain songs it's just better to to be synthetic, so that the message can arrive in a more direct way. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Now, Clementine, you're on the lead, 6-0, and you still get to choose.
Still want to talk about Armada, but I maybe change category. Let's see. I don't know. Growing Up, 2 points.
Growing Up, 2 points. This was Douchy's theatrical goth band.
Yes. I'm missing the name right now. It's coming back. Wait 1 second. It's crazy because every time he was wearing makeup, and he was like, it was a sort of a goth baby doll kind of thing. So I always have to associate this with the fact that he loves baby metal now.
5.
It had a weird name. Wait, no.
4,
Okay.
3, 2.
I totally missed the name. I'm so sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
You're losing 2 points, but will Meek win 2 points? Meek, over to you.
Lolita Complex.
Lolita Complex.
Douchy will be proud of me when you look at this interview.
There you go. You brought the score a little bit more even, 4-2 for Clem still, but you get to choose now.
So if I don't win the question, I lose points?
Yes, this is gonna go bam, bam,
this
bam,
is
bam,
unfair.
bam.
You cheated. Pirate.
So Laura will play dirty. Let's go with Armada 3 points. Because she stole the Armada 4 points.
Let's see if you know this. A classic pirate book that Michele bought in New York during the last tour.
I mean, it's Treasure Island. But
there you go. Fantastic.
That's a lucky call. No bullshit. Treasure Island. Never wrote it. Never read it until now.
So you actually come to the winning position right now. It's 5-4 for Meek, and Meek, you get to choose the next question.
Okay, so now we can risk it because I'm leading. So we go with History of Atlantis, 3 points.
3 points. The year that Clementine first wanted to audition, but decided last minute not to do so.
So I would say 2012.
Back
okay, this is another guess, just because it's 10 years now. Last year that Clemmy was with Visions of Atlantis, and I just guessed,
very true. Very true.
Clearly, 1 year before she might have auditioned and got in the band. But let's see, Clemmy, give us the truth now.
The thing is, remember exactly when it was, but I don't remember. I'm not sure about the year, but I think it might be 2003 or 2004.
Oh, I fear the answer that you once said was 2009, just before Mixie then came into the band.
2009. How old was I? 20.
How old were you in 2009? I think you were... I know the answer to that, but I'm gonna let you decide whether or not you want to give the answer.
It's just I saw an announcement in a magazine way before Max and Neil joined. Of course, I don't remember when it was, but I had the feeling I was younger than that. But all right, we're both wrong.
If you're at the end of the day the specialist, and if you challenge this answer, what I'll do is I will not reduce points from either of you. Because at the end of the day, you know your life better than the internet. So we'll just leave it still at 4-5 for Meek. But that means that Meek can still choose the next category. By the way, are you seeing that the questions that have been asked are grayed out on the
Yeah,
screen?
yeah, totally.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
absolutely.
It's fantastic.
So let's stick, since nothing changed, let's stick to History of Atlantis, which is, I think, the most challenging topic for us. And let's go with 2 points. History of Atlantis.
All right. This will be a guessing answer. So the number of shows the band has played in the USA and Canada so far. Now, this includes the handful of shows that happened before both of you were in the band. But the bulk of those shows definitely happened since you guys joined.
I think it was after the Canadian shows, we were back in a town in the US, and at the beginning they were a little shy or something, and I had to say, you know, the people from Canada, they showed quite some fear, some power, and you could tell the faces, no, and then the entire venue going crazy, USA, USA.
So I'm gonna let both of you give me a number, and then the closest will be the one that wins. Meek,
So
you get to go first.
So it's 25 with Corpiclani.
If you give those numbers out loud, I can count with you, and then we have the same number. So,
But I might be wrong.
Then please count in your head.
Okay. I wanted to help here. So,
One eternity later.
So let's put it down this way. I say 81, but I want to specify that this does not include the tour that Visions of Atlantis did with Epica in 2006 or 2007. Because if we add that up, it goes up to 94 or 95.
All right, so choose one of those two, and then because it includes all of the shows in the history of the band. So 95. What's the number? 95. Clementine, what's your number?
I think I'm lost now with numbers. I think I was at 77 or something.
77.
But it's just, what?
It's been amazing with us tonight. Chicago, West Chicago, whatever. It's not whatever. It's West Chicago, right? It's not like you're saying Milwaukee, Chicago is the same, right? You live dangerously, my friend. I'm independent. There's a huge difference. Who's from real Chicago? Who's from West Chicago?
If I'm not mistaken, the number without all of the shows, just the two of you, Meek would still be closer, because I think it's like a 25 shows or something like that happened before you joined. So these points go to Meek as well.
Not sure I deserve that.
That was 2 points. Now, I'm not taking points away from you, Clemmy, because this was like a guessing game at the same time. So we've got 7 for Meek and 4 for Clementine, but anything can happen still. Meek, what's the next question?
Growing up, 4 points. Let's risk it.
Growing up for 4 points. Ooh. The kind of song the band Wisdom recorded to celebrate that Clementine had joined them. And so if you have the name of the song, fantastic. But if you can tell me what kind of song, what genre, if you will, then I will also accept that as the right answer.
So it's a symphonic metal ballad.
I'm not gonna accept that answer.
Okay.
Over to Clementine.
It was a cover. It was a traditional folk song.
Boom. A traditional Irish song, Bonnie Portmore. Some of these, traditional folk songs jive well in the pirate world, if you will. Is there ever been on your mind to do something similar again now that you've embraced this pirate theme?
Oh, sure, of course. I mean, when we have time at home, those are the kind of things we talk about, to just like enjoy ourselves on this music. But at the moment has not been a priority. But I made a cover, for instance, of a song called "A Little Sacrifice" from the Witcher series, because I think it has a pirate themed song. It's about a siren and a boy being in love, and what is it gonna happen? I love that song.
Or if you're gonna be paradise, just give your love a firm nudge. If he sinks to darkest night, embrace his little sacrifice.
Meek redid the entire instrumental because the karaoke version of that song doesn't exist. But So yeah, it's on our mind. It's part of our influence, and yeah.
Awesome. So with this, you take the lead. It's now 8-3 for Clemmy, and you also get to pick the next question.
So if Meek goes 30, I'll try the same. Okay, extracurricular, 4 points.
4 points, extracurricular. Herbert and former Visions of Atlantis singer Siegfried dressed up for this Predator-inspired dragony video.
I have to say what? What is the question?
So
Which is the video?
The question is, what's the name of the song that Dragony made a video for, and it was inspired by the movie franchise Predator?
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Boom, 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 boom. We got it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it now, run and hide. If there's blood, better spill it. We're out tonight in the dark. It lies, and it hunts on the blood-red sky.
All right, we are at 12-3 for Clementine, and Clementine, you are still choosing the questions.
I'm gonna leave some chances for my comrade, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Armada, 2 points.
Armada, 2 points. The sea and ocean are referenced this many times in the Armada lyrics. This is another guessing question. And a fun fact.
In the entire lyrics of the record.
In the entire lyrics of the records, not including titles. So the lyrics, not the titles. Fun fact for everybody watching, the amount of times the word pirate shows up in the lyrics is 0. Interesting. So, again, I'm going to let you both give a number. Clementine?
So, wait, you want to know how many times?
How many times does the word sea and the word ocean appear in the lyrics of the new album?
But for instance, like if it's in the chorus, do you count it every time there's the chorus, or do you count it once?
Correct. Every time either of you say the word sea or ocean on this album.
A few moments later.
Clementine is going through all the lyrics of the album right now.
Yeah, wait.
Meek is doing the same with a poker face.
Absolutely.
One eternity later.
It's 15.
15. Meek, what are you going to tell me?
13.
13. All right. Well, the correct answer is 12 times sea and 4 times ocean means 16. So Clementine is closest. Clementine gets the points.
Woo!
All right. Clementine takes a 14-3 lead at the moment, and she's still choosing the categories. But anything can still change or still happen. Sort of.
All right. Growing up, 1 point.
Growing up for 1 point. And you chose a question about yourself. So this should be easy.
Oh.
Who knows? This Disney movie made Clementine want to be a singer.
The Little Mermaid.
Fantastic. Another point for Clementine.
I'm ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers.
Back to the board.
Jamie.
So I have to take a risk to lose so that you have the chance to pick the next question.
No.
Well,
you have to play dirty. It's a
at the
game.
end,
I have
at
to
the
play
end,
dirty?
at the end of the
Alright.
day,
Why not?
at the end of the day, we're doing every question, so you can lose points
I
regardless.
know. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so History of Atlantis, 4 points. Let's go.
The History of Atlantis for 4 points. Boom. Lords of the Sea, Mermaid's Tale, and The Quest are not found on the Pirates 1 or Pirates 2 album, even though you might assume so with those titles. But on which album are they found?
There's no Wikipedia, right?
I think it's Eternal Endless Infinity.
Boom.
Clemmie, Jesus.
You're strong.
And you're stealing all the answers. Thank you.
Clementine, you truly know your own band. You're in the lead and you're still choosing, and it's gonna become almost impossible now for Meek to even the scores. But let's see what happens.
Extracurricular, 3 points.
Extracurricular for 3 points. The release of this Temperance album was celebrated with a special show in Mantua.
Diamanti.
She was even there.
Now, question.
It's like one of the few shows of Temperance you've seen.
A question for you guys, because Diamanti, not just the album, but the song in particular became very popular, and at shows I saw the Temperance play.
The Diamonds, yeah.
Exactly. Not only the Diamonds, but also the Italian lyrics that people really seem to like. Now, everybody thinks because of Hollywood that all the pirates talk like this, but in reality, pirates came from all parts of the world, all races, all backgrounds, all languages. And we see more and more metal bands incorporate different languages than English. Serenity has done it now. Hammer King is doing it. Temperance obviously did it as well. Is that something that either of you would like to do with your native tongue for Visions of Atlantis?
It is an interesting question. Until I did anything with actually even with French, I was not very comfortable in singing in my own language because I find it quite difficult to approach for singing, like very frankly. So, but I'm not gonna say like it's an absolute no. Why not? It just has to make sense and still be musical. Like for French, I can only speak for French, of course.
Of course. Michele, what are your thoughts? Some Italian pirates?
Well, at the very end of the day, we talk in English with each other. And I think that English is the language of Visions of Atlantis. So despite my affection to Italian and, despite it would be truly funny to sing in German, for instance, or in French, I think like it wouldn't reflect the band for who we are.
Okay.
Because this is not that's just my call, but you never know. Maybe in the next record you will have a French sea shanty.
Who knows? But great answer. Thank you so much, both of you. We have 4 questions left. Clementine, you've been on a roll. Continue the questions.
Okay. Growing Up, 3 points.
Growing Up, 3 points. The serendipitous first professional cover recorded by Michele's old band Overtures.
Oh, wow. It's great that you were digging into that. Because he's been doing amazing work with Overtures back in the day. And I know he's done covers. I'm not sure about which one was the first. So that's maybe Mick's chance to take 3 points away from me. Wait.
We're going to start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give us a best guess.
I don't want to say anything. No, I don't have a best guess. No.
No worries. Michele, over to you. And the word in this question, serendipitous, may have been a hint. Michele, what was that first cover?
Well, the thing is that this question will make some some of the people that blame Visions of Atlantis for having become pirates proud of me, because the answer is Pirate Song from Running Wild.
Correct. Points go to Michele, and we are now
prove that we are real fucking pirates.
There you go. There you go. Michele, you've closed the gap a little bit.
Yeah.
But on the positive side, you now get to choose the next question. So what do you want?
What's the score? Oh, I don't see the score. What's the score?
The score is 19-6 for Clementine. So at this point, with only 3 points left, it's difficult for you to
I can just
win.
make it less embarrassing. I can make it less embarrassing. So let's start with Armada, 1 point.
Armada, 1 point.
Hoping that I know about the new record.
The place where the official album release show will be held. Not the first.
Aschaffenburg Colossal.
Boom, boom.
On that night, we will play more songs from the new record. And in Castle Rock the day before, we're not going to do it.
That's true.
And also not forget, you'll be sharing the stage with the wonderful Blackbriar as well, which will be great. And we'll get to see really cool production of you guys on the stage, I'm sure. So, Meek, 2 questions left. Extracurricular or History of Atlantis? Where are we going?
Let's go. I mean, both have to be done. So let's go left to right as if you're reading. Extracurricular, 1 point.
All right. The metal world lost its mind when this guest joined Exit Eden for the song Run.
Of course, it's Marco Hietala. Absolutely.
There you go.
I was one of the people who lost his mind. That's a freaking beautiful song, and I just love it.
And we are at the last question. Let's just go straight forward. History of Atlantis for 1 point. Michele, you're still answering first. In 2022, Dushi played a guitar solo in this object during a show in Copenhagen.
In this object? A guitar solo playing in this object?
In this object. Yes. I'm going to start the 5-second countdown. 5, 4...
in the inflatable boat, in the inflatable ship. Can it be an inflatable ship?
I am going to accept this answer. A canoe.
There
you go.
But it was inflatable. It was inflatable.
There you go. And with that, Nick, you brought the score back to 9 points for you, but 19 points for Clementine, and she is our winner today. Congratulations, Clementine.
I guess the real treasure was our day spent together. Am I right?
I hope you guys had some fun playing this game and that maybe you even found out something about each other that you didn't know before.
That was super fun.
That was really cool. Yeah, super. I feel embarrassed about Lolita Complex because it was like on the tip of your tongue, Damn it.
She will never forgive you. But,
I know.
There we go. But there we go. Now, I'm pretty sure that the fans have learned a lot of stuff that they didn't know before. And all these fans can start their countdown for the new album and the tour that's going to kick off soon. Because it's coming fast. And again, to wrap us up, Clementine, Michele, not only is it great to see you again, but I'm so excited for this new album to come out. I think this is a really, really strong album, and I cannot wait for all your fans to hear the full album. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.